Hey guys, Greg here.
Hey guys, so this is Cape Spear, and this rock right here is the easternmost point in all of Canada. So at this point I've made it from the westernmost point in Canada, which is the Alaska border, to the easternmost point in Canada, which means I have traversed Canada entirely from west to east. And this is the first big milestone on my journey so far. So yeah, Cape Spear.
In case you're wondering, I did step onto that rock for a quick second. But then a pretty big wave crashed into it, and I quickly realized I should not be out on those rocks. So here's Cape Spear, and here's the Alaska border. So now I have traveled all of Canada west to east. Cape Spear is actually a really beautiful hill on the seaside. It overlooks St. John's in the distance, and at night you can actually see all the city lights. And St. John's, wow. You remember what I said about Montreal? Yeah, forget that. St. John's is my favorite Canadian city. Holy shit, I love Newfies. George Street is like the bar street in St. John's, so I figured I should spend like one night there. Way too much fun. I met so many people. I got screeched in, which is a Newfoundland tradition for people from off the island. It involves saying a Newfie phrase, taking a shot of screech, and kissing a fish. They even give you a certificate after all the tasks are complete. But that was just stupid touristy stuff. The real fun is just meeting people and drinking and going from bar to bar. And something else exciting happened that very same night. Canada legalized cannabis. Newfoundland alone has the most extreme eastern time zone in all of Canada, so October 17th arrived earlier in Newfoundland than anywhere else. They opened the stores at midnight, so as luck would have it, I was one of the first Canadians to purchase legal weed. So that night in St. John's, very memorable. George Street is by far the best bar street I've ever been to in my life, and it just so happened to be a very special day in Canadian history as well. You know, it's the people that make Newfoundland such a nice place to be. The East Coast charm is something that you just can't find anywhere else except on the East Coast. So I'll say it one more time, St. John's is awesome. While I was there, I also went up to Signal Hill, there's some nice views, and I went to the Terry Fox Monument. The Marathon of Hope was started in St. John's. So now for the annoying thing about Newfoundland. It is not built for road trips. The only way to get from one side of the island to the other is with the Trans-Canada Highway, so I had to take the same road going back west. Although it is a beautiful drive. Part of it goes through Terra Nova National Park, so I made sure to stop at all the nice viewpoints. I drove all the way to Port aux Basques and took the ferry from there to Nova Scotia. This ferry ride was way longer than the Labrador one. Labrador to Newfoundland took like an hour and a half. This was 7 hours. Now, normally I love boat rides, but not this one. We were delayed over 2 hours, and then when we finally did get going, I experienced seasickness for the first time in my life. It was weird. Now I get why people complain about it. So I arrived in Nova Scotia and found a place to spend the night, and the next day I started the Cabot Trail, known for being one of the most scenic drives in all of Canada. Not lying there. I think I came at the most perfect time of the year. Never have I seen such colorful forests. It was insane. Now, the Cabot Trail goes right through the Cape Breton Highlands National Park. Normally, in national parks, I get excited to do some hikes. Unfortunately, it was pouring rain the first day on the trail. Day 2, I did do some walks to some waterfalls, but most of the trails that I wanted to do were closed. But honestly, the drive is the amazing part. It is incredible. So I did the Cabot Trail in 2 days, ending in Baddock. So this weekend's in Baddock. Thanks again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I will see you, same time, different place, next week.